Hello everyone! It's been a while since we've got a Comedy of Heroes 2 Spearhead cast, hasn't it? Not a lot of people have been sending me replays, but I got one here yesterday, so you'll be seeing it, well, after the day I'm recording it, obviously. Anyway, we have a 2v2 here on Moscow outskirts on the Eastern Front. Let's go through the players. Representing the Access Day, we have Smokey with Panzer Division for the Wehrmacht. We have, put the name here, Jonetsa. Also, the Wehrmacht without a commander choice yet. Represent the Soviet Union today. We have Meteor End without a commander choice. And finally, Affe mit Waffe as Tankgewehr Division for the Soviet Union. So tank and Panzer so far, so this one we can recognize. Oh, we also have a commander choice here. It looks like it's going to be Fallschirmjäger for the German, and no choice yet for Meteor End. So it's going to split out to try and get as much ground as possible. So the Germans also slowly just moving up and try to dig in around the munitions point here. So it's have managed to get to the fuel point up here, but they need to get a connection point. What is this one? The Swords will have the early field advantage if they can just flood the map with conscripts. If they decide to go in that direction, of course. They don't have to go in that direction. You can always do other stuff like Fontaviki if you want some more reliable infantry. Yeah, it's been a while since I had a last Heroes 2 cast match to do, so I might be a little bit rusty. We'll see how it turns out. So it's just slowly digging in over there. More shots are being fired. So we have some grenadiers here. Get some shots here in the conscripts. The Soviets have managed to get the fuel point under control here. Germans still don't have a fuel point, by the way. But Germans will soon have both munitions points, which will certainly help. Two pioneers tried to flank here, but they are in a crossfire. Which the pioneers don't want to be in. We also have some Fallschirm pioneers here. Unique unit available to Luftwaffe. So it's trying to overrun the central flank here with conscript rush for the church. Tab is going up to secure the munitions point behind. Lots of firefights going on here with bolt action rifles. Conscripts are getting overrun inside the church though at the moment, but it's allowing more conscripts to push up here. And when they get closer, they're going to be a lot more accurate. Fallschirm pioneers might be in trouble. Looks like the actual pioneers went down. Not looking good on the northern flank here for the Germans. Ooh, and that's a grenade now. Those Fallschirm pioneers have to get out of there. But will they have the time to get out? The sappers are sucking and hitting them at the moment. Conscripts doing their best to just provide pressure on the front line. Germans have got a very good defensive position here. They should be able to hold that for a while, especially with an MG42 coming up here. Manned by some Panzer Grenadiers of the 15th. But the Soviets are securing more and more ground. Lions now been a very good play here from the Soviet Union. Looks like we have Motor being picked here for the other Soviet player. So a lot more motorized light vehicle focus with some elite infantry. We're also trying to get the munitions point back, but there's a lot of firepower here. That's not a lot, it's just a medic team. But there's only 2 people left, and there's a sort of jeep now. And the Germans pull back. Grenadiers are moving up to replace though. They do have anti-tank rifle grenades. But it might be out of range. Do have a very good cover position here. Remember, cover is directional in Combat of Heroes. Looks like we have a Stabsfeldwebel of the Fallschirmjäger gets infiltrated back here to cause some trouble. But he could get overrun by all the conscripts. Oh, yeah, that's not good for him. Pick up far too close here. Too many conscripts. Looks like the Luftwaffe is sent to the southern flank with some Jägers. Supplement the Panzer Grenadiers, but there's an MG42 up now. The Germans can hold this center area for quite a long time, I think. Basically all Soviet infantry that's not specialized don't have smoke grenades, unlike other factions, so you have an issue dealing with machine guns for the most part early game. You basically need a mortar or specialized infantry to get the smoke on enemy machine gun positions. Maxim sending up here for the Soviet Union. He was also keeping the Luftwaffe forces back here as they try to get to cover. Folks Grenadiers run inside the church. Jaeger's moving for the center. I think. But it's not looking good here for the Wehrmacht. More forces on the flank though, some grenadiers. The Max are arriving, however. Anti-tank rifle grenade missed. Jaegers are able to hold the line here. Armored Gewehr 43s rather than the K98, so they are a lot better at just having prolonged firepower. But that's a lot of conscripts there, and there's not a lot of cover on this angle. They do have that card though, but it's not enough. Oh, MG42 handed out here to the Grenadier. That's going to improve their firepower tremendously. They take out the gunner there on the Chief. That'll certainly help them. But the Soviets are pushing pretty far here. They were in range of the base defenses now. Quick minefield being laid here by the Pioneers. The Grenadiers lay down covering fire. Luftwaffe forces are preparing to move out again, I imagine, soon. Post Grenadiers will be equipped with an MG34. Unique upgrade to them if you're playing as Luftwaffe. Surprisingly good upgrade for them, by the way. Like, normally you would not expect the Post Grenadiers armed with light machine guns, but it certainly helps them be more stationary as a unit. So the Soviets have even digged out prepared a fortified position here. And a mortar. Germans are having issues moving up on the Mthis point due to the Maxim. They're able to secure the center though, but more and more conscripts are arriving. But Germans can just get behind the truck there. And they also have some more grenadiers over here providing some supporting fire. But I think in long range to long range cover fighting, the grenadiers should win out. But there's also a Jeep nearby here. Sappers pushing up. Just getting a lot more closer to apply more pressure. And they are also getting a flamethrower. Luftwaffe is attacking the northern flank though. They want to see if they can try and overrun that Maxim. Oh, Force Grenadiers going to overrun here. But Sappers might not get out of there. They're tightening down the Maxim. The Maxims are turning to face them. You got some Panzer Grenadiers arriving, the 15th. Basic elite Panzer Grenadier unit available to the Panzer Division. Maxim has turned somewhat now. Germans are just moving out in the open here, which is not really working to their advantage, but it's very low quality Soviet infantry, so they are not the most accurate. With the Badeladnung. Tapper still holding though. Pontevika on the field now with a DPM. We do have a 2-2 on the field. Panzer Grenadiers now hold up in the center here. And 2-2 can now threaten the area. And the Soviets are lacking stuff to deal with it. They are getting a Dushka though and a T-60. But the 2-2 is definitely already providing some issues here. Soviets are trying to dig in heavily on the southern flank. Pioneers are still holding on down here. But they might have to consider falling back now. Looks like they will. They was able to secure the middle munitions point again. The 2 is now going to threaten these positions. There's a lack of AT equipment on the field in a moment for the Soviet Union. Gewehrs now to the to the Panzer Grenadier. Excuse me, I'm having a little bit of a cough issue today. Ooh, and yet they're gonna be able to prevent the gunner from ever being on that thing. Yep. Low health. That 2-2 is technically safe. Oh, but a T-60 is survived. Actually, that's a T-70, not a T-60, my bad. And I can certainly deal with the 2-2. That's because it doesn't have Radpanzer. Here comes the Soviets. Even some conscripts have been equipped with SVTs. And the Panzer Grenadiers don't have any Panzerfausts. I want to throw a blank orb and run if they can, but that's... Oh, that's not good. Looks like a hidden there for was airdropped in. Missed. 70 is very dangerously close here. And there we go, one rocket is all it takes. Decent rifle grenade. And now we have some Jaegers coming up with an MG-15. The machine gun of the Luftwaffe. Usually equipped on German airplanes, I believe. It was utilized by the Luftwaffe ground forces. Has a unique model in Company Heroes 3, actually. So in Company Heroes 3, it's actually visually separate. I think because you can get Jaegers of the Luftwaffe with in Company Heroes 3 as a base unit for the Wehrmacht, so that'll be interesting. And you forward choose waiting for the smoke to clear. Minefield is providing issues. Good to see.
New anti-tank gun has arrived.
Oh, Jeep is getting close here, and the MG42 is not firing. There it goes. Laying up the Jeep in seconds.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Yushka is present here. We also have a truck for the Soviet unit sitting up back there. Luftwaffe is not having an easy time moving up. Too many machine guns covering the area. The Jaegers probably have to fall back and replenish themselves, I think. Panzerbüchse head out to the Pioneers here. Deal with any potential Soviet light vehicles. Bunker being set up probably to be a reinforcement bunker, I imagine. Man bunker, I think it's called the Sanitätsbunker. Minefield still providing issues. Review a Minefield being equipped on the Zappers. Also a Pack 40, and indeed it's gonna be a triage station, so a Sanitätsbunker. Medic bunker. A big explosion somewhere. Did they just clear some of the area? I think they cleared some of the cover area there. Oh, Luftwaffe camps it up, which is a thing you can do with the Luftwaffe troops. Already recruiting some Jaegers from it. Jaegers are pretty decent if you can get them in a good position. Having Gewehr 43s as their base rifle is pretty handy against the Soviets. That's suddenly a lot of potential firepower there, they just need to be in a good position. Well, the conscripts are quickly coming around the corner here. We might have an engagement shortly. The Germans need to be in cover. And not move towards the Soviets. Good job with MG44 though. And they are mowing down them, but they did lose a Jaeger though, that's costly. Don't want to lose squads as the Germans, it's pretty damn expensive. Let's see if the Jaegers can mow down some more on the retreat. Doesn't look like it's being too successful, but MG34 is ripping up. Oh, and that's actually a good haul. 3 conscript squads. Deep got completely destroyed there. We have some Fallschirmjägers on the field now. Angriffsgruppe. An assault team being equipped with some FD42s and some MP40s. So the Luftwaffe forces are being used as elite infantry in the Eastern Front at the moment, which I believe they were used as. German paratroopers did not actually perform a lot of airdropping operations. Or paradrop operations. I believe they were mostly used as elite infantry on the ground late war when the Germans lost the air superiority. That's 4H coming up for the Panzer Division, that's certainly gonna help. Then Copper being thrown over the wall. The Maxim though. Also mine. Oh, actually that's a bunker and everything. Oh, the Soviets have really dug up there. They are going to be able to secure this point. At least for a while. We're sticking with some sandbags with that there. We're going to replace the MP40s for Panzerschreck. Soviets and the Germans still fighting down here. Maxim is able to shoot down the Germans as they move up there. And the Fallschirmjägers are in a position now. And it's not going to be easy for the Soviets to push up on Fallschirmjägers. Especially the Fallschirmjägers are prepared behind cover. Looks like they have a half-track here. Well, not a half-track, a scout car. With some Udon. Elite recon infantry heading for the center here. Only the Raketenwerfer is nearby that can stop it. It is driving very close though. Able to be hit by the anti-tank rifle grenade. But that was very close, but the pack could actually hit it from there. And that's a wasted Udon squad, I feel. That's a very costly squad for the Soviets to lose. Udon are not cheap. The shots being fired from across the battlefield at the moment. So we have a tank hunter team inside the fortified position. That's 4H in the field now. Molotov being thrown here. But it hits the building! Oh no. Not some good luck there for the Soviets. Another Panzer IV reveals itself. That's only a light 80 gun. Which I don't think can actually pierce the front of a Panzer IV-H. Might be fortified enough. Trying to take out the gunners of the bunkers there first, good to see. And just moving aside here to provide some firepower there. But there's a tank on the squad nearby. AP shells have been loaded inside the small 80 gun. Not really proving to be effective here. Oh, one penetration. Did not do a lot though. But a Molotov this time it actually hits the shed when there's Germans on the other side. Both bunkers have lost their gunners though. So the Germans can push up. The Soviets try to do is push for the center here. But got prevented by an MG42. Big pillbox going up here for the Germans, including making it a command bunker. Observation bunker, which means you cannot have a unit inside it, by the way. You lose the ability to have a unit inside if you make it an observation post. It does provide a retreat point, and what else does it do? Reports where enemies are within the fog of war that's nearby. Fascinating. Oh, Fallschirmjäger needs to spring this ambush here. Yep, there they go. Yeah, and that's like it conscript in seconds. That's a force still around, but it looks like it's taking some damage. Hopefully just a prolonged fire from all the anti-tank rifles. Even that AT gun. But yeah, the anti-tank rifles are just not cutting it when dealing with Panzer IVs. Just the front of them. But it is about to lose his infantry support. Those grenadiers have to pull back. Infantry is also on the field. Back there. Oh, this is not good for the Panzer IV. Doing its side like that. Ooh. Yeah, Light 80 is actually getting some work done on it somehow. Smoke popped and is falling back. Meanwhile, they have a KV-1 on an awful flank for the Soviet Union, but it's being hit by the Raketenwerfer, which can go clean through the front of the KV-1. Like, the Luftwaffe has some pretty decent AT equipment, actually. Ooh, bong against good shots on the Fallschirmjägers, that's not good. KV-1 needs some repairs. That's a 4 being repaired down here by the repair station.
Our renovated HQ is ready, and heavy tanks are now available.
A decent little match here. Good to see some matches still coming out to me. But the good news is apparently Company Heroes 3 will launch with full mod support. Ooh, and that's the Raketenwerfer. Ooh, that sucks. They'll actually have potentially more modding support than Company Heroes 2 has. So that might mean the Spearhead team can make a lot of good work, and that might be a good grenade. Decent. Ooh, that's not gonna be good for the Germans. Yeah, when they get through that smoke. That's a lot of DPMs. That was a lot of DPMs. Panzer 4H ready down there. T-34 gearing up for an assault. With some infantry support. Gonna be a hard one to punch through here, I think. With a pack nearby, and there's only a T-34 76 after all. Pack 4 is gonna open fire. Missed. Panzer Grenadier supporting down here the Panzer 4, good to see. That's what they're best at. Panzer 4 has to deal with a lot of stuff though now, including a SIS. Lots of shells coming its way. Good shot then on the T-34. Ooh, but the T-34 got a good shot in return. Panzer 4 has to pull back, I think. And not having the best of luck with a fortified position, which does seem to be very bulletproof, or at least take a while to destroy with bullets. Well, Atagon is doing a good job trying to provide some pressure down there. Actually killing some of the Panzer Grenadiers. Panzer 4 has pulled back safely. Grenadiers moving over with an MG42. Ooh, the Panzer Grenadiers are going to be surrounded here, I think. They're not getting out. Not with an Odon nearby. Very costly squad to lose. So the Luftwaffe is sitting up back here. K1 pushing through the center somewhat. While he's prodding it. So with infantry is preparing to advance. There's a bunker though. Not hitting the best though, but oh, and immediately when they spot the bunker, they decide to get back. They don't want to risk losing too many men there. The Reds are definitely building up a good front line. They need to break through somewhere. Okay. Just drank some cola. T-34 trying to push up here. Pack again misses. I might get too close to the Grenadiers here. And they do a Panzerfaust now. Scout car got hit. Panzerfaust going out. Destroying the T-34. The Germans are just holding on. They do have both munitions points, so the Germans are definitely getting the advantage resource-wise. The Soviets have to find a way to get around that huddle. Oh, looks like the Panzerlehr battle group has been called in. Which is a unique battle group available to Wehrmacht Panzer. Very cool Panzer Grenadiers. So they've both been equipped with MG42s 100 rounds. One being equipped with some Gewehr 43s, the other with MP40s. So very good at dealing with most things. Overall, a very good squad. Probably some of the best Panzer Grenadiers in the game. But they're very limited. Ooh, and that's not good. They're in a very bad position here. Lost a half-track too. They might want to just get out of there if they can. No, they're holding on. Panzer 4 quickly moving up here. Suppressing the Maxim. Good job here from the Panzerlehr again. Again, very good squad. As you can see, they're doing a lot of work. Overall, just having a Panzer Grenadier with MG42s 100 rounds, it's a pretty damn good unit in my opinion. Because the MG42 100 rounds is just such a good gun. Okay, one trying to push up through the center. Got hit by something, looks like it might have been a pack. Second shot from attack penetrates. This being upgraded to a KV-1E, which will increase its frontal armor by 30%. Panzer Grenadiers under a lot of fire here. Might lose one Panzerlehr squad here. Yep, that's a pretty big loss. Udon's pushing up though. Might take out those sappers. Gebal Ladung in their path though. Didn't kill any mortal, but... Oh, out there, that's a bad retreat position. Now the Panzer Grenadiers can mow them down. They did drop a lot of smoke though, but not enough. T-34 soon onto the field. Looks like the Luftwaffe repelled another Soviet infantry assault up here. They're trying to find a way to get through the bunker up here. They have dealt with the gunner. Raketenwerfer has destroyed the obstacles. So we have a fuel airdrop in the Soviet base. All allied tank commanders can do that, in case you were wondering. There are some Soviet mines though, I think. Yeah, flare mines. Very good little defensive position though. Really just kept the Germans at bay there for a while. Able to flank. So the Panzer has entrenched the Panzer IV-H. We'll see how that turns out for them. But 85 is soon on the field. And the 85 is a very potent vehicle. So they're holding on pretty well. 85 is going to try and flank, I imagine. Yeah, they delayed the Company of Heroes 3 though to next year. I believe February is the new date. It was actually supposed to come out in November, but they changed it, and I think it's fine. It's fine with delaying a game. Means if you can make the game better. A lot of stuff you have to polish up. That's a Stuk for the Luftwaffe, by the way, and it's doing a pretty decent job here. That was high explosive shell. Putting down the Soviets there pretty handily. There's a lag of AT equipment up here. Everyone is relocating though. Time to get a good shot here soon. Stuk is falling back, realizing what's about to happen. Fallschirmjägers are nearby that could flank with the Panzerschreck. Jägers going the way with the Panzer first. On their way, and they're using the building for cover. Looks like the Germans were pushed back down here with the 85. Losing the Panzerlehr and the T-34. We do see a King Tiger soon. Panzerfaust forcing the KB-1 back. Stuk is gonna go for a cheeky shot. Managed to get out of range though. But the Soviets are now quickly trying to secure the southern flank. Well, as much as they can anyway. They could probably afford to be a lot more aggressive, but they don't know what the Germans have after all. 85 and O'Donnell driving down the main road. Oh, no, they're gonna go for the German front line apparently. This can be new with that pack still around. Fire continues up here. Stuk is advancing on the fighting position, clearing it out. We also have a Panzer IV-H for the Luftwaffe. K1 is keeping the Germans at bay the best they can. We do see an IS-2 coming out to the field soon. Probably the only allied heavy tank that can stand toe-to-toe with Tigers and King Tigers, I believe. Now, even the Churchill has trouble with that simply because the Churchill has a bad gun, while the IS-2 has a pretty damn good gun. Well, not really a good gun. It just has a big gun. Which means if it penetrates, it will do a lot of damage. Germans are gonna be able to secure the northern field though. And the armored presence is certainly helping out. Tank hunters get mowed down in the open. So it's like gearing up for a push on the center here, I think. Need to act quick though. There's not a lot of German defenders. So if they can just get a big push going here, they could potentially overrun this flank. But the King Tiger is in the field. More Panzer IV-H is arriving here for the Luftwaffe. Looks like the 85 is relocated to the northern flank. More fuel airdrop into the Soviet base. Looks like another mine went off down here. Mines still proving to be an issue. IS-2 is on the field. But so is the King Tiger. with its Porsche engines roaring. I think it was Porsche engines, but I may be wrong. Okay, one used the smoke shell. Very smart to cover the advance of the infantry. That's gonna be a lot of tanks and... ooh, lost the driver. And that's the KV-1 down. IS-2 has to get up there quick. Because that's a lot of panzers all of a sudden here for the Surge to deal with. And need they pull back immediately. There were 2 blocked up, so they easy kills from machine guns. But now the IS-2 is going to be present. It does not have good sight range in its own, though. Ooh, what's this 85 doing? There's a pack nearby. Very risky maneuver here. Takes out the Stuk, though, but that's going to be a dead 85. Yep. IS-2 pushing up. Going a little bit too fast here. But one shot will be enough to kill them. Yep. There are some Fallschirmjägers nearby with Panzerfaust, though. Meanwhile, looks like the King Tiger is fighting down here. But against the other Soviet flank. So just grabbing all the AT guns they can. That's not going to do a lot to a King Tiger frontally. Basically nobody has infantry support. Yeah, I don't think the Surge can stop this King Tiger. IS-2 is pulling back for safety. But because it needs some infantry support. You don't want to have your tanks without infantry support after all. And just having 2 grenadiers support the King Tiger is providing it so much survivability. Ooh, but these conscripts are grabbing the small AT gun. Oh, I don't think that's going to help.
The enemy has killed another infantry squad.
And the King Tiger is just advancing slowly. There's nothing here to really stop it. All top of the grenadier. That's going to force them off, I think. I think the IS-2 might want to consider relocating to the southern flank. Although now that there's a lack of... there's not as much infantry to support it anymore, its killing potential is somewhat diminished, as you can see. But it will prevent any, you know, Soviet tanks from attacking. That's since it's not going to be able to turn around fast enough, I think. What might? Oh, no. Taking a while to reload, I think, but there we go, they killed the crew again.
All of our troops have been lost.
Yeah, the Soviets are losing a lot of people here. It's just still holding it up there. Lots of Soviet infantry being prepared behind it. And light infantry guns from the Luftwaffe is doing their best here. Ooh, 85 has to be cautious. Oh, it penetrated! And with that, I think the King Tiger is reconsidering. Probably decides it wants to stay out of that area for a bit. Needs to repair. And 85 takes out the command tank. A good job with that 85. I did not underestimate the T-34-85 in this game. Even though the T-34 was apparently a pretty big piece of shit in the actual war because of the Soviets did a lot of shortcuts to make more of them. They were not made under optimal conditions and with optimal standards. Soviets are moving the infantry about. And so that's not a lot of infantry. Did you lose a lot of it? Oh, it's just scattered around at the moment. It's waiting up here. Never mind. The Soviets have lost a lot of ground. 85 pushing up here for another cheeky shot. Looks like the King Tiger is prepared to fight again. King Tiger's going straight. It's going to try and aim for that 85, I think. It knows what the only threat to it is. Ooh, that's not good. Didn't penetrate. So now the... Ooh, 85 managed to get out of sight. Now the Grenadiers can flank it, and now they're going to lure it back into the King Tiger's range. That's at 85, I think. Oh, that's back into Panzerfaust range. There it goes. And now the stuff begins to stop it. And the Soviet front line up here has kind of collapsed. Most of the IS-2 is preparing to drive southwards. Panzer are trying to push up. There's still a bunker though that's operational.
The enemy is trying to destroy a structure.
The IS-2 showing forwards, but the Germans know it's coming. The Jägers managed to Panzerfaust on the flank. Let's go slow it down. Now the King Tiger can turn around in time. Yeah, this King Tiger is doing a lot of work. This turning around to try and get a shot off. They do manage to penetrate. But it's still a King Tiger. And the Soviets are just throwing thing against it at the moment. None of that's gonna work, I think. Do have a second IS surviving here for the Soviet Union. Luftwaffe is just holding back at the moment by the looks of it, fortifying. Because they want to rely on the Panzer Division to get through with its King Tiger. Grenadiers are fighting on the flank here. And the 4-2s is certainly working out somewhat. Even the Soviets suppressed. Oh, good mortar shell though from the Soviet Union. Very high veterancy Grenadiers though, which really improves their firepower. That was a mine? I guess the Soviets mined down here. Oh. IS-2 moving through the center. Panzerfaust hits it though. Now it's stuck. Stuck for a bit. No, it's not stuck for a bit. Was it a turret traverse? Oh, a turret traverse, yeah, that's bad. And they have to pull that thing back for repairs immediately. And for tank coming onto the field here for the Germans. Meanwhile, we have munitions being entered in for the Luftwaffe. So the King Tiger is going to move through the center if it can. Or thinking about it anyway. Grenadier killed down here by the looks of it.
The enemy is taking our territory. We have a fresh Grenadier squad.
Yeah, not looking good for the Soviet Union here. Oh, a pretty decent game. I think the Germans are definitely about to just be able to attack and break through with the Panzers.
Panther ready.
Especially with the Panther supporting a King Tiger. That's a dangerous combination. I just feel the Soviets have lost a lot of their troops on the flank. Now the Luftwaffe can start to push up with their own Panzer IV. Get some good shots out with its machine guns. Now the Fallschirmjäger is pushing up. With heavy cover here, they should be able to hold for a while. I shoot with the FT-42s here. So it's out in the open, but there's a lot of them. IS-2's ready again. Ooh, that's one Fallschirmjäger dead. And Van Hintiger preparing to push through the center with some Grenadier support. Good to see. Panzer IV in trouble. Looks like I might manage to get out in time, though. I still need to be very careful. Well, they do have assist on the flank here. Oh, good shot then, the King Tiger. But the Germans are still pushing forwards. Another good shot there from the Mthis. That Mthis is doing a lot of work, actually. Another penetrating shot. Wow. Yeah, King Tiger has to pull back, even preparing, popping smoke, I mean. Tisha coming out to the field for the Soviet Union, but it might be a little too late, I don't know. We'll have to see. We have a T-3045 Ace arriving here for the armored division. IS-2's ready again, although they didn't really take any damage. Just backing off. Looks like the Luftwaffe is planning to assault up here with the Jaegers with grenade assaults, almost clearing out the Maxim, but the machine, but the Anti-4 can take care of the rest, I think. Not using its machine guns, evidently. IS-2 is prepared again. However, it's been ordered to not prioritize vehicles. That's not a good thing. Moving towards the Kettenwerfer and the Panther here. Might not be good for it. Yep, definitely not good. Oh yeah, that's a missed IS-2 shell. Ooh. Ooh, not good. And there it goes.
The enemy has destroyed one of our vehicles.
And not looking good for the Soviet Union here. And now the King Tiger's ready again. Might be that ace. Oh, it missed. And the Mthis are once again proving to actually be reliable. Somehow. I suppose being loaded here on the Mthis. Wow. Almost destroying the King Tiger there. They're still holding on. Yeah, I definitely feel this might be the end of the Soviet Union in this battle. They're not all good fighting, though. Yeah, they surrendered at this point. That was a good game, I think. Pretty decent, and it's been a while since I did this, so it's good to be back. Well, it depends on how many replays I get. This is the only one I've gotten for a while, so we'll see if more show up. But until then, I'll see you in the next one, everyone. Bye-bye!